Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner with daily technical update. It is Thursday the 23rd of October. This video is for educational purpose only. There's no advice or recommendation whatsoever intended. It is purely to demonstrate how I use technical analysis to try to read the market and use my experience and all. Let's start with Apple, which we talked about a few days ago when it broke higher, but it couldn't keep its mojo, it couldn't keep up. So it formed this top and reversal pattern here, like an evening star pattern, so a little bit of a top reversal. There's also divergence there on the RSI, as you can see here. RSI declining, market moves higher but couldn't hold on. However, we are still in a bullish trend until we break below 244. And let's have a look at the weekly chart also. Still a bullish trend, although we are quite stretched there. Let's see if it can bounce back here the next few days, or if we will sit back a little bit. But again, 244 still bullish, and we are in rising 55 moving average, 100 moving average coming over also. Still positive sentiment, although yes, we do have some divergence there. But if RSI breaks back above its falling trend line, then we could see higher levels. That could be an indication for higher levels. On the overall market, Nasdaq was down about 1% yesterday. Excuse me. Still holding on, but setting back there. It is quite stressed. We talked about it. I think we'll see a lot of volatility here in the coming days with earnings ticking in. We can see here pre-market and aftermarket, also pre-market here, that it is taking up about 0.3%. So there is still some positivity to take from it. But still key is the support down here at 24,186. On the S&P 500, kind of a top reversal, you could say that. Still, it's 6,550 that is key support. The Dow Jones Industrial, if we zoom in, you can actually see we have an bearish engulfing candle here. It engulfs the previous day's candle body. We don't look at the wicks or the shadows here, so it's the previous day's body, and that is a sign that bears have taken control from the get-go. It started higher, but then it closed lower, and that is usually also a top and reversal. So we could see a little bit of a setback here the next few days, but still 45,470 is a key support, and we can see here pre-market Dow Jones more or less unchanged, US 500 ticking up about 0.25%. So key support to keep an eye on. Hang Seng Index had a fairly good morning this early session, trying to get back above 26,000, seems to close above it. Can it follow through, and can it also get back about 26,290 and take out this peak there? I will actually put this there, so 26,368, always round up a little bit. We are still above the cloud. We are back above 55 moving average, but our side is not really convinced here. So let's see what will play out. If it slides back and take out the lows today, then we're looking at 25,145 and 24,800. In Nikkei, we talked about it after it touched 50,000 on the future. It didn't do so on the cash, but still we talked about it will slide back a little bit. Maybe we'll have another go, but there's also divergence, as you can see, declining values there. Market move higher, so a little bit stretched to say the least. So maybe we should have a further setback a little bit. And we can see we've drawn this trend line here. It's merely just a guideline, so to speak, but if it takes it out, well, then it could be a signal that it could correct lower towards 46,000 possibly. In Europe session yesterday, we had a bearish candle there. We had and doji there, and we had a bullish there. So top and roll doji evening star or evening doji star candle there. That is a top and reversal, and RSI has not supported this move up there really. You can see RSI values declining, so the strength indicator has declined, and we are setting back. So what I will do, I will remove this one, and then I will add this one, and see, okay, 38.2 retracement at 5,680 likely to be tested. We could see it slightly lower in the coming days and weeks. This top and reversal pattern will be cancelled if it takes out 5,700. Close above, and pre-market here we can see we are bouncing a little bit on the CFD slash the CFD slash the future. You can see it bouncing a little bit about what was it, 0.4%. DAX failed again yesterday to close above the resistance here at 24,340 and got knocked down. So really struggling there. It needs to close above to establish a bullish trend. And here pre-market we can see that it's bouncing a little bit, but it really needs to take out this here on the CFD 24,385 to the upside. That is key. Moving on to the FX market, euro dollar is still a little bit dull here, but it is in a bearish trend, lower lows, lower highs, and so on. And if RSI pushes back below 40, we already in negative sentiment. If it pushes back below 40, expect the euro dollar to slide lower, and I think it will do that. I think it will take out that, but it's 115.40 support here. That will be key. If it takes out that one, we're looking at 114. Sterling dollar also heavy, still believed to the downside. We are below all moving averages more or less, apart from the 200 coming up there, but it's pushing it lower below the cloud. I think we'll see it down here 132. I've said that for quite some time. We maybe just need a trigger. Euro sterling still caught range bound 87.25, 86.50. Yen pairs, on the other hand, are pushing higher. We have dollar yen pushing higher towards the 786 retracement now at 152.43, 44, 45. And I still believe it will all push even higher. Positive sentiment, no divergence. We could maybe see another setback, and then the next push higher. RSI indicating likely higher levels above 154, 154.80 possibly. Also, euro yen pushing higher. Already broken above the 61.8 retracement here this morning. I think today we could also see at 177.25, which is the 786 retracement. Positive sentiment, no divergence also here, indicating higher levels on euro yen. Aussie yen at the 61.8 retracement, 99.15. Maybe a little bit of a setback again. It did already there at the 50%. RSI just below 60 threshold. But positive sentiment, no divergence. I think in the coming days and weeks, it will push higher towards the previous peak around 101 and possibly higher. It seems fairly strong there. But again, there can be setbacks, so be careful of that. Sterling yen also higher, again testing the 61.8 actually currently as we speak. It is above that key resistance. You can see how many times it was just in this area around 203.50. I think now is the time it will push higher towards 204.30 and possibly higher. Also positive sentiment, no divergence, indicating higher levels. Aussie dollar still range bound, as we talked about. Can't really make up its mind. It's tucked in between the 200 moving average and the 55-100 coming down, kind of putting lid on it. And there's no clear direction. Yes, we are in a bearish trend, lower lows and lower highs and lower lows, but it will really take something to push it further. We also have negative sentiment. Maybe weekly can give us some guide. It is setting back, so maybe we should set back further, and we could see it dipping down to 64.15, maybe even below that level. Dollar Canada also is still in this correction phase. I will remove this one after broken that, and this has taken out this. I think we will see a setback to around the 38.2 retracement here at 139.45. If it takes out 139.30, then we could see it down to dipping down to 61.8 retracement there at 138.60. But then we have the 55 moving average coming up, giving us some support. And I still believe it's just a correction. It's just a question about how big, and then we'll have the next push higher. Sterling Canada setting back almost to the 786 retracement, trading around the 55 moving average, just about the cloud. And then I think we'll see it bounce here, or maybe create a bottom and a bounce here in a day or two towards the weekend, and then crawl higher. And next week, I believe we will see that. We're still, you see higher highs here and higher lows, so slightly uptrends, just very volatile. Euro-Swiss bouncing is in session, and I think we'll see it up to at least 38.2 retracement there at 92.70. If it takes out the lows from a few days ago, then expect a push lower towards 91.75, possibly lower. Dollar Swiss, let's zoom in a little bit. There we are. Currently 50% retracement of this downtrend here that turned around at 786 retracement. I think we will see it up to 80 level with the 61.8 retracement and the 55 moving average, because we'll still have positive sentiment there. And I think this is just a larger correction in a trend, but up to 80, then knock back, and then let's see what happens. Dollar index, almost the same picture, pushing towards the 786 retracement, 98.98, above the cloud, positive sentiment. I think we'll see it knocking on a 99.31 here fairly soon. It will take some time. It's not that fast, but I think it will do it. It's also about what's going on in your dollar, obviously. Moving on to the metals market, we had 2 days with a massive sell-off, especially on the 21st in the gold and the other metals also. Dipped not all the way down to the 38.2 retracement, but almost there. Got to the 21 daily moving average, and then has bounced. Let's see if they can keep this bounce and crawl back. Let's see about that. What you can also do, if you're really hardcore intraday trader or very short-term trader, you can add this, and we'll see. I think we can see a bounce up to a 61.8 retracement at 4,237. Could see that. If it takes out the lows from yesterday, well, then it could also break the 3,944 support with a push lower to 37.77 possibly. Silver bounced from the 38.2 retracement at 47.5, and seems to be forming a bottom and reversal pattern there in the form of a doji morning star-like pattern, and I think it will bounce further up to possibly a 61.8 retracement there at 51.79 to 51.80. If it takes out the lows from yesterday, well, then we're looking at 45.35, possibly lower, maybe even down here, but it seems like we are bouncing nicely at the moment. Platinum is really bouncing, and is bouncing from its 50% retracement of this uptrend there at 14.94. Strong bounce, and is trading. Let's just move that one a little bit closer. There we are at 61.8 retracement there at 16.41. And is on its way to the 786 retracement at 16.82. It seems like, because we are currently trading above it, so I think it will also push that higher. Copper still this range bound behavior here. It needs to close above 515 to establish a solid bullish trend. I think it will do it eventually, but for now it's just taking its time. Crude oil in its strong bounce, a strong move yesterday, jumping higher today. I think we could see it up to 61.8 retracement at 62.57, where we have then the 55 moving average coming down. I'm not quite sure it will stay up there. Maybe a spike up and then a setback. You will see 100 and 200 coming down, so kind of putting a lid on it. And key will be RSI is likely to be rejected up there, or will it close above? That will be key for further upside. Brent also bouncing above the resistance there. It could also bounce up to the 61.8 retracement and the 55 moving average area here, 60, 60, 68. European nat gas still sideways, so not much to talk about. And US nat gas still trying to gather strength, maybe having another go at the key resistance there, just below 360. That would be key. If it breaks above and close above, well, then there's a potential higher. Otherwise, it will probably slide back to 3.25. US 10-year Treasury yields, is it forming a bottom and reversal? Possibly, could do that. Let's see about that. There's still potential down to 384, but if it's we are to have a bounce there, so from this sell-off and down, it's actually down there, but regardless of that, I think we could have a little bit of a bounce. So if you're trading yields, look out for that. If it takes out the lows there, 393, then we're looking at 384. European yields also lower. As you can see, it's been in a bearish move here for quite some time. Still key support down here at 253 area, dip below. If it takes out that low, well, then we could be looking at 243, 244. UK 10, 438, bounced from it and could still bounce a little bit. Let's see if it will do that. If I'm measuring from there to there, we could see a bounce up, possibly to the 38.2 retracement there at 452, but it is not given. It looks quite heavy at the moment. I think it will hold. So if it takes out the lows, well, that's really not much until around 420, but I don't think we will get it to there. Japanese 10, lower yesterday, bouncing today, but we are still in this overall bullish trend until it would take out 161. If it does that, then we have a completely different situation. It has reversed the bullish trend, but for now it's just pausing a bit. Finally, on the crypto side, we have the Bitcoin really not doing much, dancing more or less in the area around 106,000 up to 140, but it needs to take out 160,000 there, that 160,077, 78 to really establish a bullish trend. Ethereum can't make up its mind. It was just a little bit weak to the weaker side, so still 35.10 and 42.82 up here. That is a key resistance. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day, and talk to you again later.